Every team walks into free agency with a shopping list. The problem is, the store only stocks what it stocks. You can want a franchise point guard all you like, but if the shelves are full of centers, you're going home with a center. So instead of guessing what each team wants this summer, let's flip it and look at what's actually on the shelves in 2026. Because this class is absolutely loaded at one position and almost completely bare at another. And if your team needs the wrong thing, you are in serious trouble. Quick note on method. This is my read of the class, position by position, based purely on who's actually available. I took every notable free agent, sorted them by what they do on the floor, and then asked the only question that matters in a capped out league. If you need this specific thing, can you even find it this summer? And the answer swings wildly, almost violently, depending on exactly what you came shopping for. Some needs are a layup, others are basically impossible. This is Game is Culture. Tell me your team in the comments and I'll tell you if this class has your answer. And hit subscribe for the rest of the free agency series. Now let's read the shelves. Here's the shape of the entire class by need. Centers, overflowing at every price point. Wings in 3 and D, deep and reasonably priced. Veteran leadership, there's plenty of it for any contender that wants a steady hand. But then look at the one spoke that completely collapses. Young lead guards. A team hunting a 20-something floor general this summer is staring at an almost empty shelf. This class hands you size in shooting. It does not hand you playmaking. By position, it's lopsided in a way you rarely see. Centers are everywhere, from cheap young rim runners to proven veterans. Guards and wings make up another huge chunk of the board. But true lead initiators, the guy who actually runs your offense and creates for everyone else, are the smallest slice on the entire chart. The single most valuable archetype in basketball is the one this class barely offers at all. First, the need you can fix in your sleep. If your need is a center, you are in absolute heaven this summer. Walker Kessler, Jalen Duren, Isaiah Hartenstein, Nikola Vucevic, Mitchell Robinson, Mark Williams. The list just keeps going at every price point from $3 million bargain to proven starter. A team that needs rim protection can fix that hole cheaply and have options. It is, by a mile, the easiest need to fill in the entire class. The big man market is a buyer's paradise. Wings are nearly as deep. Need shooting and defense on the perimeter? The board has Andrew Wiggins, Harrison Barnes, Norman Powell, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope on the veteran side, and Quentin Grimes, Benedict Mathurin, and Tari Eason on the young side. 3-and-D wings are the connective tissue of every modern contender, and this class is stocked with them at fair prices. If your hole is on the wing, you will find a fit, probably several. Now the need that's basically impossible. Here's where the class falls apart. If you need a young lead guard to build your offense around, the cupboard is bare. The point guards available are almost all veterans on the back nine. Fred VanVleet in his 30s, Mike Conley and Kyle Lowry near the end, D'Angelo Russell and Marcus Smart as role players. The only genuine young star initiator is Trae Young, and he's sitting on a $49 million option he'll almost certainly pick up. So realistically, there's nobody. Here's the divide that decides everyone's summer. Need a big or a shooter? The class is deep, the prices are reasonable, you will get your guy. Need a young lead guard to build around? You're basically out of luck, and your only real option is a star who'll likely opt in and never reach the market. Same free agency, total opposite outcomes, decided entirely by what you walked in needing. Position is destiny this summer. The scarcity is stark when you put a number on it. Out of the entire notable class, the count of genuine young lead guards available is about 3, and the best of those is likely to opt in and never reach the open market. So a team needing a floor general has maybe 1 or 2 real shots, total. Scarcity like that is exactly why those players cost the king's ransom in trades instead of free agency. Stack the supply by position, and the imbalance is impossible to miss. A towering stack of centers, a deep stack of wings, a solid pile of veteran role players, and then this tiny sliver of young lead guards, propping up the whole thing. The 2026 market is a front court and wing market. If that's your need, shop with confidence. If it isn't, free agency simply cannot help you. So the smart framing for your team isn't who do we want, it's does the store even sell it? If you need size, shooting, or a savvy veteran, this is a fantastic summer to go shopping, and you should be aggressive. If you need a young engine to run your offense, free agency cannot save you. You'll have to trade for it and pay a steep premium to do it. Match your need to the shelf, and you'll know your team's whole summer before it even starts. Let me make the supply and demand mismatch even more concrete. There are 11 notable centers and only about 3 young lead guards. So if you're a team that needs rim protection, you've got 11 shots to get it right, and you can be picky. If you need a franchise point guard, you've got basically one real option, and he's probably staying put. Same summer, same free agency, but one team is shopping a buffet and the other is staring at an empty plate. This also tells you where the value will and won't be. When a position is flooded, prices drop, so centers and wings will sign for bargains this summer because supply is everywhere. When a position is scarce, prices explode, which is why the rare young guard becomes a trade asset worth multiple first-round picks. Supply and demand doesn't just decide who you can sign, it decides what everything costs. The deepest positions are where the steals live. So the practical advice for every front office is the same. Don't fight the class, ride it. If your need lines up with the deep positions, be aggressive and get 2 for the price you expected to pay for 1. If your need is the scarce one, stop waiting on free agency and start building your trade package now because the market will not bail you out. Knowing what the shelf holds is half of winning the summer before it even begins. So what's your team's single biggest need, and does this class actually have the answers sitting on the shelf? Drop your team below, and I'll tell you straight whether the store stocks it. And subscribe, because the finale is the fun one, the domino effect, where one star signing tips over the entire league.